Good morning, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. Today, we will discuss about climatology. This is the book of Savindra Singh. Okay, so let's start. Climatology. The first topic is climatology, the basic concepts. Just a minute. I will. I just share my links to others group. So climatology, physical geography is one of the two major branches of geography. One is, namely, there's physical geography and human geography. One is physical geography, and other is human geography. As we all know, that physical geography was previously considered as the agglomeration of different branches of earth sciences or natural sciences, such as the science of atmosphere, that is meteorology and climatology, the science of seas and oceans, that's known as oceanography. Just like the science of solid earth, known as geology, and the science of soils, known as pedology. Okay, remember this. The science of soils is known as pedology. The science of landforms, known as geomorphology, and the science of plants and animals, then it's known as life science. That's our in our subjects, that is biogeography, etc. But presently, physical geography is not only the agglomeration and an unification of earth sciences as referred to above, but it also studies the patterns of interactions between technologically advanced and man and physical environment, including land, air, water, plants, and animals. Okay, so as a distinct branches of geography, physical geography studies the spatial patterns and spatial relationships of environment components of the globe in a regional context. It also studies the causes of regional patterns of such spatial relationship, and simultaneously it incorporates the explanations of spatial and temporal changes in environment components and causes. This is said by Savindra Singh in 2003. It may be mentioned that one and average physical geography includes in considerations of various aspects of four components of Earth. Example, lithosphere from geomorphology, hydrosphere from oceanography, atmosphere, meteorology and climatology, and biosphere, that is biogeography or environmental geography. Okay. So it is significant to note that the atmosphere is very important and critical component of the living Earth the system, because it, together with the lithosphere and hydrosphere components, make the Earth's suitable habitat place numerous species of flora and fauna. Flora means plant, okay, and fauna means animal. Remember this. So needless to say that climatology is the study of various elements and aspects of atmosphere. Now, climatology, a atmospheric science. Climatology, a atmospheric science. The atmosphere is a complex, thick, gaseous envelope which surrounds the Earth from all sides, and it is attached to the Earth's surface by the gravitational force, and it is a significant component of the biosphere ecosystem. Because the life on the Earth is due to the existence of these atmospheres, otherwise the Earth would have become barren like Moon. Okay, so here one thinks gravitational force is the most important to attached wind attached our air. Okay, next, besides providing all necessary gases for the existence and survival of life forms in the biosphere, it also filters the incoming solar electromagnetic radiations waves, electromagnetic radiations wave, and thus prevents the ultraviolet radiation waves reaching the Earth's surface and protects the Earth from becoming too hot. Besides providing energy to Earth's biosphere ecosystem, it also plays a key role in the distributions and redistributions of solar energy both horizontally and vertically. Okay, so on the Earth's surface, it is thus obvious that the detailed study of different components of the atmosphere has gained the currency. The comprehensive study of the atmosphere is called atmospheric science, which has been conveniently divided into few significant branches, that is aerology, meteorology, and climatology. Okay, aerology, meteorology, and climatology. Then it has now become imperative to distinguish between these three branches, though inseparable of the atmospheric sciences. So, what is aerology? And what is meteorology? Then our climatology. So aerology deals also known as aeronomy, and it is in fact part of meteorology. As a dictionary meaning reveals that it is the considered as a branch of meteorology which involves the study of the characteristics of composition of the atmosphere based on the observations by means of balloons and aeroplanes, whereas aeronomy involves the study of chemical and physical compositions and chemical and physical compositions of the atmosphere. It may be pointed out that the presently aerology and aeronomy is considered as part of meteorology, wherein we include the considerations of the chemistry to different layers of the atmosphere and physical reactions occurring in three vertical layers. Okay, so this is the aerology. Just a minute, I'm just coming. So another one is that is meteorology. As per dictionary meaning, meteorology is a science which deals with the atmosphere and the phenomena, including weather and climate. And that is the atmosphere conditions and weather of an area. Meteorology is the science that deals with the motions and phenomena of the atmosphere, with the view of to both forecasting weather and explaining the process involved. It deals largely with the status of the atmosphere over a short period and use principles of physics to reach its goals. And It's also, in simple words, it may be defined as the that branch of atmospheric science which is deals with the characteristics and behavior of atmospheric conditions based on the study of individual phenomena and motions of the atmosphere involving principles of physics. Okay, this is known as meteorology, and another one is climatology. So, and the climate is defined as the study of aggregation weather atmospheric conditions of any regions in long-term perspectives. Thus, climatology includes the systematic and regional studies of the atmospheric conditions, that is, weather and climate. Weather refers to the sum total of the atmospheric conditions in terms of temperature, pressure, wind, moisture, cloudiness, precipitations, and visibility of particular place at any given time. In fact, weather denotes short-term variations of atmospheric conditions and it's highly variable. Okay, thus climatology is the study of average atmospheric conditions of place or regions over long period of time. According to Trevor, the climate represents a composite of day weather conditions of atmospheric elements within a specific area over a long period of time. According to Critchfield, climate is more than a statistical average. It is an aggregate of the atmospheric condition involving heat, moisture, and air movement. Extremes must always be considered in any climatic descriptions in additions to mean trends and probabilities. According to Copen and DeLong, climate is a summary, a composite of weather conditions over a long period of time. Truly portrait. It includes detail of variations, extremes, frequencies, sequence of weather elements which occur from year to year. Particularly in temperature and precipitations, climate is aggregate of the weather. G.F. Taylor has maintained that the climate is the integration of weather, and weather is a differentials of climate. The distinctions between weather and climate is therefore mainly one of time. Okay, based on the time. And climatology is thus defined as the science which studies the nature of climate, the causes and interpretation of its spatial variations and its associations with the elements of natural variations in natural environment and human activities. And it is now apparent that climatology is that atmospheric science. Atmospheric science which includes the considerations of weather conditions, atmospheric conditions of a place of or an area of different spatial scales over a long period of time, of frequent and infrequent weather phenomena as well as average weather conditions. Climatology becomes both meteorological and geographical. Meteorological because it studies atmospheric conditions, and geographical because it includes the considerations of weather conditions of a place having certain locations on the earth surface. Okay, example, climate of city like Allahabad, Delhi, London, New York, etc. of an area. Of an area also, the Ganga Plain, Malabar Coast, India, England, Great Plains, USA, Red Basin, China, of the continents, etc. Following E.T.'s Stringer, it may be forwarded that the climatology does not belong entirely within the fields of meteorology or geography. It is a science, rarely applied science, whose methods are strictly meteorological, but whose aims and results are geographical. Science and the emergence of man as an important factor and agent of climate after industrial revolution, which started in 1861. Over. The aims and scope of physical geography have undergone sea changes. Okay, the technological man and his economic activities have changed and are changing the natural atmospheric conditions through weather modification schemes like cloud seeding and induced artificial precipitations, hailstorm suppressions, dissemination, and clearance of fogs, etc. Urbanization, industrializations, and land use changes, clearance of forest cover, building activities, etc. Thus, it has become necessary to include human interferences in atmospheric conditions and food processes in any meaningful definitions of climatology. Simultaneously, the impacts of climate on human health and wealth should have should also be included in the definitions of climatology. Okay. Thus, climatology may be defined by the authors as the branch of atmospheric science which includes the study of long-term weather conditions of a place or an area of varying spatial scales over long period of time, of frequent and infrequent weather phenomena, systematic study of climate and its distributions on the Earth's surface, both horizontally and vertically, effects of human and economic activities on different components of the atmosphere leading to the weather and climate changes and the effects of weather and climate on man and his activities in particular and other flora and fauna in general. Okay, this is about climatology, that climatology types and subdivisions. The science of climatology is divided into various branches or different bases depending on the nature of requirement and objectives of the study of climatic conditions of a defined locations. For example, spatio-temporal variations of weather and climatic elements, a range of spatial units of study, the scale of considerations, climatic variations, and differences, etc. H.J. Critchfield identified three distinctive branches of climatology, that is physical climatology, regional climatology, and applied climatology. Who defined? H.J. Critchfield. Okay. So, what is physical geography? Physical geography, not what is physical climatology? Physical climatology, also known as the dynamic climatology, deals with the interpretation of factors responsible for the spatial and temporal variations of extent of air circulations, heat, and humidity. It studies various elements of weather, namely insolations, temperatures, air pressures, wind, evaporations, and humidity, precipitations, fogs, visibility, etc. Different climates are formed due to combinations of these weather elements. The occurrences of different combinations of these weather elements are accomplished through the different processes of mechanisms as dynamic processes. The dynamic climatology studies these processes of exchange of heat, humidity, and interactions between the atmosphere and the Earth's surface. It is thus evident that the physical climatology studies the factors and processes of regional variations of climatic conditions. Physical climatology is, in fact, related to meteorology, wherein atmospheric physics and chemistry and atmospheric dynamics provide basis of general principles of climatology. It may be concluded that the physical and dynamic climatology studies the systematic descriptions and analysis of energy balance of the atmosphere on the Earth. Okay. Atmospheric on temperature, humidity, and precipitations, atmospheric emotions and air circulations, air masses, and atmospheric extreme events. Okay. Atmospheric disturbances, droughts, and floods. This is about our physical climatology. What is regional climatology? Regional climatology, climate conditions significantly vary from one regions to the other regions. In other words, there are spatial variations in the combinations of elements of weather and climate, insolations, temperature, air pressure, humidity, etc. And hence, different climatic types are originated. The regional climatology studies different types of climates determined by almost similar climatic conditions having a set of combinations of elements of weather and climate in an area. Spatial unit of size which varies according to the spatial sciences. Spatial scales, example from the vegetable garden to crop field, villages, cities, forest cover, desert, mountains, plains, countries, and even in the continents. It is thus the apparent that the size of aerial unit for the study of regional climatology varies from the micro area to macro area. Okay, so continue. I will continue just 2 minutes. Thus, the primary goal of regional climatology is to the study of differences in the climatic conditions of the aerial units having different spatial scales. Based on the spatial scale, Yasuno identified the following four groups of climate to be included in the regional climatology. That is microclimate, local climate, mesoclimate, and macroclimate. So what is microclimate? The climatic conditions of the smallest areas unit having horizontal extents from the less than 1 meter to 100 meter and vertical extents from the ground surface to 100 meters. Example, single crop field or a single household or the area unit of single tree. Okay, is termed as the microclimate. It may be mentions that the data of climatic variables. Example, temperature, air pressure, humidity, evaporation, precipitation, air circulation, etc. are not available in published climatological data records, and hence such data are always obtained through the field work measurement of this data by suitable instruments by the individual investigator. It is evident that the microclimate is revealed to the weather conditions at ground surface level, and hence the findings of microclimate study of different ground surfaces covers, ranging from bare surface to grass covers, crop covers, tree covers, human structures covers, etc., may reveal a different microclimate environments which may enable the investigators to present a generalized pictures of variations of microclimatological process operating over varying surfaces. Their impacts on human being and microorganism. This is reason that the few climatologists consider microclimate as part of applied climatology. So I will continue from this next. Okay, thank you.